So in today's video we are going to discuss the algebra of complex numbers. In this we will first deal with addition. So first of all we are going to define two complex numbers. Let z1 be equal to a plus ib and let z2 be equal to c plus id. So then in that case z1 plus z2 is equal to, see what we are going to do, we are going to add the real part to the real part or the real number to the real number, and then we are going to add the imaginary part to the imaginary part. So this will be a plus c plus, now here we are adding ib plus id. So therefore we can write z1 plus z2 is equal to a plus c plus I times b plus d. So that is the addition of two complex numbers which once again gives us a complex number. So supposing we are adding, let us say 2 plus 3i plus 8 plus 6i. So in that case this becomes 2 plus 8 plus I times 3 plus 6. So this will give us 10 plus 9i. So that is the addition of two complex numbers, which once again gives us a new complex number. Addition of complex numbers follows the following properties. First, the closure law. The closure law is the sum of two complex numbers is again a complex number. So if z1 and z2 are two complex numbers, then z1 plus z2 will also be a complex number. Second property, we have commutative law. So commutative law means z1 plus z2 is equal to z2 plus z1. Again z1 and z2 are two complex numbers. Then third one, associative law. If z1, z2 and z3 are three complex numbers, then we have z1 plus z2 plus z3 is equal to z1 plus into bracket z2 plus z3. Notice the position of the brackets. Here in the first bracket we have z1 plus z2, outside the bracket we have plus z3. Now this is equal to z1 is outside the bracket plus z2 plus z3 is the inside the bracket. So this is the associative law. Then we have existence of additive identity. So this means that there exists a complex number which is 0 plus I0 such that z plus 0 is equal to z. And fifth property for the addition of complex numbers is existence of additive inverse. That means for each complex number z is equal to a plus ib, we have minus z is equal to minus a minus ib such that z plus minus z is equal to 0. So continuing with the algebra of complex numbers, now we are seeing the difference of two complex numbers. So supposing the given complex numbers are z1 and z2, then the difference is defined as z1 minus z2, which is nothing but z1 plus minus z2. So for example, supposing the numbers given are 6 plus 5i, let us say that this is z1 minus 2 plus 3i, this is z2. Then this is equal to, how we will write this, 6 plus 5i plus, I will write this as minus 2 minus 3i. Now this is equal to 6 minus 2 plus 5i minus 3i. So this is equal to 4 plus 2i, and that is the difference between the two complex numbers. Okay. We are going to see the multiplication of two complex numbers. So once again we will define the numbers as z1 is equal to a plus ib and z2 is equal to, let us say, c plus id. Then in that case z1 into z2 is equal to ac minus bd plus I times AD plus BC. Okay. So supposing, for example, we have got two complex numbers. Let us say 3 plus 5i multiplied by 2 plus 6i. So this is A, this is B, then this is C and this is D. So this is equal to AC 3 into 2 minus BD 5 into 6 plus I times now AD. So this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. So therefore 3 into 6 plus 5 into 2. So this is equal to 6 minus 30 plus I into 18 plus 10. So the final answer which we will get will be minus 24 plus 28i. Now the multiplication of the complex numbers possesses the following properties, which are like this. See the closure law. The product of two complex numbers is also a complex number. So if z1 and z2 are two complex numbers, then z1 into z2 will also be a complex number. Commutative law, z1 into z2 is equal to z2 into z1. Associative law, z1 into z2, see the position of the bracket, into z3 is equal to z1 and now into bracket z2 into z3. Note the positions of the brackets. Existence of multiplicative identity, 1 plus I0 is equal to 1 such that z into 1 is equal to z. That means we have a complex number which is such that 1 plus I0 is equal to 1, such that if you multiply it with z, again it gives you the same complex number z. Existence of multiplicative inverse. So for every complex number z is equal to a plus ib, we have its multiplicative inverse, which is called z inverse of 1 upon z, which is such that z into 1 upon z is equal to 1. And then we have next the distributive law, z1 into z2 plus z3 is equal to z1 into z2 plus z1 into z3, and the second distribution is z1 plus z2 into z3 is equal to z1 z3 plus z2 into z3. We will see next division of two complex numbers. So suppose z1 and z2 are the complex numbers, and since it is division, so denominator will not be equal to 0. So z1, that is the condition. So z1 upon z2 is equal to z1 into 1 upon z2. Now let us say that the given numbers are like this. z1 is equal to 6 plus 3i and z2 is equal to 2 minus I. Then z1 divided by z2 is equal to 6 plus 3i divided by 2 minus I, which is equal to 6 plus 3I divided by 2 minus I multiplied by 2 plus I divided by 2 plus I. So this will be equal to 6 plus 3I into 2 plus I divided by, now 2 into 2 is 4 and minus I into I, so it will give you 4 minus I square, and the value of I square is nothing but minus 1. So this will give us 6 plus 3I into 2 plus I divided by 5. And now we are going to multiply these numbers just as earlier we have seen multiplication of the numbers. So 6 into 2, that is 12, minus 3. So that is 6, I'll just write it, 6 into 2, 12. Okay, then minus 3. Why minus 3? I into I, that is I square, that is minus 1. Therefore this will become the real part. Plus I times now the imaginary parts. So 3 into 2, that is 6. Plus again this 6 into I, that is also 6. So 6 plus 6 divided by 5. So now that will give us 12 minus 3, that is 9. So 9 plus 12I divided by 5, and that is the value of Z1n divided by Z2 for the given example.